Coverage of college basketball on News OK is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, and over 2,000 games, your home court all season long. Visit Buffalo Wild Wings today. Lon Kruger as the next Sooner men's basketball coach. Joining me for some analysis is the Oklahoman's Barry Tramel on the phone. Barry, thanks for joining us today.
You bet, Dave.
And let's talk about this. Lon Kruger, he has an extensive resume. He's a veteran coach, as opposed to their previous hire, Jeff Capel, who was, well, younger coach and not quite as experienced. Kind of a different look for OU, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what the Sooners were looking for. I think Joe Castiglione was looking for a solid coach, somebody that was no risk, somebody that he had full assurance could do a solid job and would produce results, a proven winner, but also somebody that would keep Oklahoma out of the NCAA Hooskow. The NCAA investigation that started last April really bothered many people at the university, and that was, I think, foremost on their mind. They wanted somebody they could count on both on the court and with the NCAA.
Barry, you're saying that played a pretty big factor following coaching hires of Jeff Capel and Kelvin Sampson. Perhaps Castiglione's looking for a different path here with Lon Kruger.
Well, yeah, not just Joe. You know, OU historically has hired young coaches. Kelvin Sampson was in his 30s, Dave Bliss in his 30s, Jeff Capel in his 30s. John McLeod was 29. Bruce Drake, Hall of Fame coach from half a century ago, was in his 30s when they were hired. Billy Tubbs was 45, but outside of Billy, every notable Oklahoma basketball coach ever was a young man when he was hired. Not now. I think the Sooners went looking for maturity and went looking for a solid coach.
Barry, do you know if Lon Kruger was OU's first choice, and do you know if OU was Lon Kruger's first choice to leave UNLV?
I think that OU had two choices, two coaches they really targeted, Buzz Williams and Lon Kruger. I think they might would have liked Buzz. However, the $3 million plus buyout of his contract was very problematic. I don't believe they offered the job to Buzz Williams, and I think that buyout was the problem. I think this is probably the first guy that got an offer from the Oklahoma, even though he might not have been their first choice.
Barry, you've covered the league for many years, and Lon Kruger was a former Kansas State Wildcat coach. What can you tell us from your dealings with the league and with Coach Kruger about Lon Kruger?
Well, he's just a solid coach. His teams will play good defense and take good shots. I don't think they'll run up and down the court at a high level, but they will play. But they will play winning basketball. He won at Kansas State. He won at Illinois. He won at Florida. He won at UNLV. His most impressive coaching job might be this last stint at UNLV. The Running Rebels have 3 NCAA tournament wins since 2008. That's the only NCAA tournament wins by this program since 1991, when Jerry Tarkanian was the coach. In many ways, he has resurrected UNLV basketball. So I think even at this advanced stage, he's still doing a very good job.
What can Sooner fans expect moving forward next season or the season beyond that?
Well, I don't think anyone has much expectations for next season. The talent is small, coming off back-to-back losing records. I think a 500 season would probably be acceptable. But I think most people would expect the Sooners to be competitive again year after next, challenge for an NCAA tournament berth. I think when you pay somebody $2.2 million, the expectations are very high. So I think Lon Kruger will be expected to get the Sooners back in the NCAA tournament very soon.
Barry Tramel, we thank you for your time today.
This one looks like a good one. Yes!
Coverage of college basketball on News OK is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, and over 2,000 games, your home court all season long. Visit Buffalo Wild Wings today.